Welcome back. Today I thought that I would do the Booktube Newbie Tag, because that's kind of exciting. Like, if you search the Booktube Newbie Tag on YouTube, you sort of get all of these new YouTubers, and that's also a place that I want to be. The first question is, why did I start this channel? So I actually have a whole video on that, sort of my introduction to Booktube. I'll link it somewhere if I figure out how. I think the simplest reason is I can. And also right now with, like Midnight Sun coming out, we have a new Hunger Games book, we have all of these like super exciting things to happen this year, and I want to be part of that. And I also have like so many opinions on things that I don't know, I've always watched Booktube since I discovered that was a thing. And I don't know, I want to also do that. Question 2 is, what fun and unique things can you bring to Booktube? I'm really liking the way Booktube is becoming right now, with more sort of laid-back videos, not so much pressure. I have a lot of really exciting ideas. Like, I have some video essays that I want to make that I'll hopefully be able to put out the way I want to. Question 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I am excited for this channel because I love utilizing my creativity. And this also makes a good excuse for just practicing editing. Because of my degree and because of where my career is heading at the moment, I feel like that is something that is very useful. And I also love gushing. Like, for me it's such a source of excitement and love and passion. Question 4. Why do I love reading? It's fun. Reading feels like an extremely personal thing for me. It's a thing that I do only for myself. There is no one else involved in that process. Like, it feels like a gift to myself, where I do it purely for me because I enjoy it. Which is also why I'm never gonna read unless I actually feel like reading. And it's when I give myself attention and forgiveness. Like, all of these intrusive things that happen all the time, reading is like when everything quiets down. And I love that feeling. Question 5 is, what book series got you into reading? Let me actually find a book. So, I actually have quite a fun story when it comes to this. And it's that I started reading very young, but I never sort of participated in any fandoms until I found this one particular series. And I remember very specifically when I was around 8, probably, so 4th grade, and I'd read through like the whole children's section at my local library. And I went to the bookseller with my mother and looked at sort of books I could trade it in for. And I found Harry Potter. But I looked at those books and I went, that book is very small. That book is just a little bit bigger, but not big enough. And that book is... you know what? I'll start with the 4th one. This is the illustrated edition because I am collecting these now. And I remember like holding Goblet of Fire in my hands going, this is the right size. And I went home and I finished it in like maybe 3 days. And that was it. That's sort of my introduction to like an obsession when it comes to reading, where it's not just like, oh, that was fun. But I do have some honorable mentions from all of these book series that I loved so much from that point on. So you have Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan. Incredible book series. Love the adventure. Love the magical part of it. Love the god part of it. Another book series that I loved so much was the Aragon series. And I know people are going to react to that because Eragon series is mainly known as a ripoff from Lord of the Rings. At least that's what I've heard. The thing is, the writing in that book is so engaging, like still when I reread it, it's, oh my god. Christopher Paolini, who wrote it, is just... And we also gotta include, you know, The Hunger Games was my first taste of revolution. That's why I'm a communist now. And then we have to mention Twilight. Twilight was fucking incredible. I'm gonna have to post a whole video on this because y'all being disrespectful to Twilight and to Stephanie Meyer. Bella is not a weak person. She's not weak. She's not weak, and if you think of her as weak, you're wrong. And then the last book I'm gonna mention, it's the Gone series by Michael Grant. Another book series that I have to make a whole video about because, oh my god, I'm rereading it right now and it's so fucking good. Question 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? What do you regret about starting to post online about your favorite interest? Like, what happens when the thing that you do for fun and the thing you do for yourself sort of becomes a public domain where people can have opinions about it? I want to shout out some of my favorite ones. The first one is Paperback Dreams. Kat, hello. I love you. I love you. I watched every single video you have. I love you. The next one is Ariel Bissett. I watched her since before I knew Booktube was a thing. She's the OG. She's the one. She's the mother of Booktube. I love Lily C. Reads. She's really just extremely down to earth. It makes me feel like it's completely okay to not have a consistent reading journey. And she's very funny. She's so funny. We also have books with Emily Fox. She never fails to inspire me. We also have Sunbeam's Jess. Every wrap-up she has is like 30 books and you sit there like, how is a person able to... How is that? And she has so insightful points about the books she's reading. She is really reflective as a person, and yeah, she's a very good book reviewer. And Read by Zoe gives me a lot of happiness. Her videos are videos that I constantly go back to because I like the energy she's putting out. Calms me down. Question 7. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And honestly, hosting? I don't have a consistent reading schedule. Sometimes I go months without even picking up a single book. My schoolwork is already very demanding. And it takes a lot of time, especially now in the start when I still haven't sort of gotten a hold of. It takes me like 40 minutes to film a video because I haven't gotten a hold of it yet completely. And I also don't want this to ever interfere with my experience of reading, so if it does, I have a problem. Question 8 is, when did I start reading? School, like a lot of people. But I do have, not memories, but images, pictures of myself having picture books in front of me, reading to my parents or cousins or family friends, but not being able to read because I hadn't learned that yet. I was like 3, but I was like making stories based on the images that I was seeing and telling these stories to the people around me. So I was reading before I could read, which is kind of funny. Question 9 is, where do you read? I read in my bed most of the time, and especially now since I'm not going anywhere, leaving the house a lot. I also do read a lot on the go, so like waiting on bus stops and train stations and waiting for my class to start, so I'm sitting in the foyer, I am having lunch, so I'm eating while I'm reading. I like having noise around me, so reading in the foyer around with a lot of people that like humming in the background is very nice. So I like doing that, but mostly right now, my bed. The last question, question 10, is what kinds of books do you like to read? This is also something I discussed in my latest video, so go watch that one. Well, I'm a real YouTuber now. But I can tell you a little bit about the books that I'm planning on reading very soon, or that I want to read very soon. I have this shelf right here of all the books that I'm like excited for, like immediately excited for, where I have books like Jane Austen's Emma. I've been wanting to read this book for so long, especially now with the movie. I also have Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. You know, Normal People destroyed me, and it's a book that I'm constantly dreaming about. It doesn't want to leave my subconscious. So I'm feeling that book is gonna kill me too. Exciting. I really want to read Night Film by Marisha Pessl. This was huge, like 5 years ago. It was so huge. It's like a murder mystery. But multimedia, so like a lot of articles and newspaper clippings and stuff like that. I really want to read Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Is that how I pronounce her name? Anyone who's ever read this book has said it's one of their favorite books of all time. It's a pandemic story, which I'm very excited about. I've been actually craving some pandemic stories or like zombie apocalypse stories because I like making sense of the world through the books that I read. So this is like the next book I'm reading. I also really want to read M Train by Patti Smith, also a memoir by her. I've been really into memoirs by artists or creative people, creative minds lately, last 5 years. I also really want to read Fathers and Sons by Ivan Turgenev, a Russian book, classic, 19th century, so do with that what you like. I really want to read more Russian literature. I also have, oh my god, I also have Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own, which is really exciting, extremely pretty edition. I've heard this is a feminist novel. I'm gonna have to see for myself. I'm so excited. I have so many stories waiting for me because I don't have specific like genres or types of books that I stick with. So I think maybe the books that I am interested in right now are maybe a better telling of what I like to read than the books that I have loved in the past. You know what I mean? I have no idea how to end this. I hope you come back. It's been nice talking to you. It's been nice having this conversation. Come back and continue that conversation with me. Okay, bye!